comedy is greatest when it's wild and reckless. It's greatest when there's a hint of danger and spiciness to it. You know, and people like Roseanne made that happen. Kinnison made that happen. Dice made that happen. I feel like all the great ones, and I'm not saying that because you didn't do that, you weren't great. But there's something memorable about when you eat some shit with some hot sauce on it and you spend 5 hours in the bathroom having a butt loose competition.
Because I think it was the authenticity of what he had to say, of his opinion, in a way that he said it without trying to be demeaning. I don't think there was a place for them to go other than to be mad about it for the 24-hour news cycle, and it went away.
Real quick, she's a badass chick. I would give my left nut to have sex with her. Give me a girl who you think is like that, famous.
I don't have I only go back to I don't have those kind of I don't feel that way. It goes back to when I was young. It would be Michelle Pfeiffer. There was a time
Michelle Pfeiffer says to you, Andy, you could have all this pussy if you just say the word authenticity. Go.
Authenticity.
There you go. I knew you wanted it.
But it's so weird that do you update your crush like that?
No. Some of my best crushes are from back in the day.
Right. So they don't represent today. They represent your youthful exuberance for a female.
Your dick hit you in the stomach and said, "All right, nigga, get it together." I'll say it with me.
Right though,
yes.
we don't update. We keep
but listen, mental foul pussy stays mental foul pussy forever.
So Sophia Loren in the Sophia Loren days is still doable.
Ooh, that file might have got lost somewhere. There are some dudes that try and do impressions, and I swear to God, I love him to death. Eddie Griffin, all the respect. But when he does Bill Cosby, and I did this on Big Boy at Power, and to this day, Big Boy plays it on a reel. He cried laughing. I go, all Eddie Griffin's impressions sound like Eddie Griffin. I'm Bill Cosby. I'm Jesse Jackson. Like, they all have that Eddie tone. Look, I remember one Monday night, I'll never forget it. This is how thuggish Monday night was. Tupac was in the audience. And, him and Mike Tyson's close. And the comic got on stage and was about to do Tyson jokes. And this nigga Tupac stood up and was yelling at the top of his lungs, "You don't fuck with my nigga Mike Tyson. You heard me? Don't fuck with my nigga. Move the fuck. Don't fuck with my nigga." And the comic didn't do the joke. So, and Pac standing up is one thing, but then when Pac and them 18 goons with him stand up, you rethink your shit.
By Joe. This wasn't Joe's responsibility. Why does he have to come in every time someone steals a joke? Where's the rest?
Then he shouldn't have came in the first place.
Where's the rest of the comedy community?
Then he shouldn't have came in the first place.
Where's the rest of the comedy community?
Here's where the rest of the comedy community is. You ready? They don't want to bite a hand that could potentially feed them. All of you white people stick together. That's funny. All of you white people have always stuck together. When the little nigger Mexican did it, it was stealing. When the white girl did it, it was parallel thinking. All of you stick together. That's like Katrina. Niggas stole televisions, and the news said niggas steal TVs. White people took televisions, and it was white people found TVs. You motherfuckers are great. You stand together. If niggas stood together like white folks stood together, we'd be tighter than an embryo's pussy. If Amy Schumer can... Kyle Singer, The Color of the Melting Pot. What it is, big dog, it's your boy Kyle out of Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth. Damn, as I'm starting to read these, man, I'm starting to slide into you niggas' area codes. God.
Comfortable with that.
Right.
Like, Tara beats my ass in intelligence all the time.
But that's sexy. Yeah. Because no matter how smart she whips you intelligently, you going to whip her physically with that dick.
I also know that she can't be that intelligent because she's with me.
That's that self-deprecation. Come on, Jew guy.
But
come on, man. Flex, nigga. Make your dick as long as your nose, nigga.
I don't have that big of a nose.
Q and He Got Game. Did you like He Got Game?
Yeah, I actually did.
I did, but
what do I think that's his best movie? No.
No.
But it wasn't the best written movie. It wasn't. It was a good movie, but it wasn't. I don't think it was the best of the what he's.
I felt like at times I went, I like this, but then at times I went, that movie was the Rashad Simmons of Denzel movies.
You're Hollywood.
Listen,
You're
Denzel's
a movie star.
Denzel in The Mighty Quinn wasn't the greatest Jamaican accent. And this is Denzel. That shit's hard to pull off. Now, again, he can act, but he's more to me a movie star. Will Smith. Concussion? I want to get to the truth.
You have a problem with him doing any accent.
No.
Ali, could you didn't like?
Hey, man. You're not my poser, man. I'm the greatest. I'll fight when I say I'll fight. Go ahead. Actor.
Heath Ledger.
Oh, actor.
Yeah. And
actor.
But see, there's a few people that can be actors and movie stars.
What
Very
happened?
few.
Did your balls fall off?
Dude, but that made him as an actor. I'm sorry. That cemented him as an actor.
I want to show you a little magic trick. You know, you have to use a knife because with a knife you carry all the little interesting, whatever the word I used. In those small moments, people show you who they really are. Would you like to know which one of your friends was cowards? Why so serious?
Dude,
The question. I'm 27 years old and I watched Boomerang for the first time today while I work from home. As a black man, it is kind of hilarious how disconnected I feel sometimes because I haven't done everything considered black. Do you ever get the feeling sometimes when you're torn between being black, being not black enough, and too black in the comedy industry? Listen, I take pride in the fact that I'm not black enough. Whatever, like I'm too black. I take pride in the fact I'm not too black. Being able to roll a blunt while at the same time eat a hot wing in the corner of a strip club in Atlanta, I don't need to know how to do that. Being able to talk with a razor blade under my tongue and not cut myself, I don't need to know how to do that. Being able to write emails in fragments without commas and punctuation marks and proper sentences and my words crash together like I'm on the Autobahn, I don't need to know how to do that. So I'm black enough. I'm black enough.
but why is that blackness? Why is that blackness?
What? All them things I just said?
Yeah, why?
It's beyond black. It's niggadism.
Okay, yeah, because I
Opie
would
and
think,
Anthony one day about, race shit and pride and shit. And Patrice goes, listen, man, I'm going to be real with you. I've heard African talk. I like English. I'm not talking marriage. I'm just talking about straight roommates, 2 girlfriends, 1 boyfriend. There was bunk beds, and I would alternate who I slept with. Like my baby mother sleep on the bottom, my ex-wife sleeps on the top. So Monday I sleep in the bed, bottom bunk with my baby mother, and the ex-wife sleeps on the top. Then Tuesday reverse, and Monday through Sunday I get to sleep with both of them. And my mother brokered the deal. My mother, we had her on speakerphone, and me, my baby mother, and my ex-wife all held hands in a circle. And my mother gave us the blessing.
If your mom could pull that off, you should make her your agent.
Could be. And here was the thing, dude. It was one of those dreams that felt so real. And at one point, we graduated from bunk bed alternation sex to 1 bed. And it was the first time we were going to do a threesome. And we were going to christen the threesome by sleeping together all for the first time. Andy, my dick was harder than a frozen soda can. I swear to God. But here's the thing. Upon getting ready to do the threesome, I knocked over my sildenafil pills, my dick pills. And the pills fell into a puddle of water and started to dissolve. Now, why I had a puddle of water in my bedroom, that's dream shit. Dreams are weird. You could be holding hands with somebody walking down the street and then a bear riding a unicorn comes into the dream and it doesn't make sense. So I don't know why I had a puddle of water. But anyway, the pills dissolved and I was like, no. And that's when I woke up and the air in my dick, like a balloon, went out. And I tried so hard to make myself go back to sleep so I could finish this threesome. But by that time, I had to piss and get up. So I was watching Instagram, and Bill Bellamy tells this story where he goes, when I was doing Any Given Sunday, Jim Brown was in that movie. He was one of the coaches, remember? And he goes, Jim Brown, we're getting ready to shoot a scene where we're supposed to be practicing or something. And so there's a mixture of obviously actors and real football players. And some of the football players was college kids going into the pros. And these some big Alabama country eating niggas.
Full size.
Big, strong, full size young men. And he said, first of all, Jim Brown wears a kufi and flip-flops. And at one point, Jim Brown was fucking with the young boys. And like when they would be standing around and they had their hands on their hips, he would knock their hands off their hips and be like, "You young pussy motherfucker, you couldn't fuck with me. You think you fast? I'm fucking fast. I'll bust your ass," and blah, blah, blah. And one of the dudes he did this to did not know who Jim Brown was. So he was like, and Bill was telling, he goes, the young dude was like, "Hey man, who that footboy, man? That's some footboy shit, man." And he said, that's how them Florida niggas talk. So he said, the old motherfucker better not fuck with me. I don't fuck around with that fuckboy shit. So then Jim Brown came and he tried to do it again. And the young dude picked Jim Brown up over his head and body slammed him. And he said it was crazy because everybody went, "Oh." And he was like, "Nigga, Jim Brown's kufi was over there. One of his flip-flops was over there." And he said as Jim Brown was getting up, he was like disheveled, trying to get himself together. He was like, "Boy, you can't even play with these young niggas no more." And I thought to myself, as hilariously tragic as that is, how do you not know who Jim Brown is?
It really is astonishing that in elementary school that you're not learning about money. In junior high school, in high school, you're not learning about money.
This is why I said before, when you really think about it, school's a waste of time. Other than basic arithmetic, writing, what else is there?
I mean, you should know your history. You should
which a lot of it, unless you're on Jeopardy, is useless.
No.
We're talking about things that are useful in preparing you for life. That's what school is supposed to do.
There should
prepare you for life.
More focus on what you need in life. The periodic table may not be the thing that you need.
Right. Geometry. When do you use that? Said, and this is some of the silly shit that kills me. Des Bryant, a $50,000 restaurant tab. And I'm going, who the fuck that night ate with him? The city he's playing for? The whole city? Why are you running up a $50,000 dinner tab? Who the fuck are you eating? What are you eating, nigga? Humans? What the fuck are 50? I can't even think of. That's gotta be everybody with their own bottle of Cristal.
Yeah.
Or what's that one drink that costs $1,500 a bottle? Louis the 18th or Louis
Trez.
That. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I was happy to see, because when I started to watch this, I just knew gonna be a bunch of niggas on this. Because again, the starter kit, the homes, the jewelry, the cars. We are always trying to impress, keep up with the Joneses. But I was like, oh, thank God there's white guys on this too. White guys fuck up like this too. Because they show, again, one of the things they said, I read this recently where they said something about Allen Iverson would go to the strip club and drop 40K. Motherfuckers making it rain. Again, there are things that people do where I go, maybe if I was really in my youth and came across that kind of money, I would have made those kinds of mistakes. But certainly now, I'm going, I don't need to make it rain $100 bills. I'm having a problem with a stack of bills, ones. Why am I shooting $100? For what? To impress who? And listen, if I'm gonna make it rain Franklin's, I gotta get some pussy. Well, I'm not just doing that to just do it and then leave the club just because I can.
I'm sure
go ahead. I gotta turn this hair on.
When I had money, when I had a bunch of money and I was doing well and I was young, I didn't do it at a strip club. I went to it was during Christmas season. I went to the mall and I threw a
a few $100s in ones and fives down to like the kids area where the kids were playing.
Yeah.
And off the third floor down to the first floor, I threw like $300 to $500
Really?
down.
And what made you do that?
I wanted the little kids because I had this money.
Right.
I want the little kids that were down there to have money for Christmas.
So you was like the Jew Saint Nick.
Yeah, I just threw. I threw ones and fives.
And what he's not.
I think it was
telling you-
$300.
And what he's not telling you is that shortly after he went and picked that shit back up, put it in his pocket.
No, I was
He
afraid
was a true Jew.
I was afraid I was going to get in trouble. So